We're going to start things off with a Masters recap. What did you make of Tiger's two-stroke penalty and Adam Scott's big win?
You know me, Alex. I love golf, but they have a lot of stupid things. There's a lot of dumb stuff that goes on in golf, and this penalty and the silly rules that they have is one of them. I think that one of the worst things about this sport is the snitches hotline. That's what we'll call it. We'll call it the snitches hotline, where you can call in and tell on one of the players. And the fact that the golf media and some golf members are so pretentious about the fact that, oh, Tiger broke a rule, he should take himself out of the tournament. You know what? That's stupid, because it's a sport. Like, it's just, oh gosh, it just makes me so mad, because I do like golf a lot, but there's a lot of bad things that go along with it. But for me, it's just so unfair to penalize a guy that every shot is chronicled on tape, whereas if you or I are playing out there, no one is taking the videotape to them until we get into contention, whereas you're going to see every single one of Tiger's shots, which means he has a exponentially higher possibility of getting called out for doing something minuscule wrong. So for me, that bugs me a ton. But I'll say this. The finish of the Masters and the way Adam Scott won was great. I wanted Cabrera to win. I was really hoping for a three-way tie between Jason Day, Cabrera, and Adam Scott. I wanted to see that three-man playoff, but we didn't get that. But I thought it was great because you saw beautiful golf shots from both of the players, and no one lost it. I appreciated the fact that Scott had to make a putt on the 10th green in the second hole of the playoff instead of having Cabrera miss a 2-foot putt or something silly like that. He had to earn it. He did earn it, so good for Adam Scott. I think that it was a great finish to the Masters, even without Tiger being in contention, which he might have been if not for the fact that he had the two-stroke penalty.
Yeah, and I was fine with Adam Scott winning it. He's a guy that's been in the mix a lot. He's Australian, so that's fun. I did mention him, so I get to pretend that I knew something about golf. Totally do not, by the way. Free hint. But my biggest problem with this, and I'm glad that you copped to some of the silly things that golf does. I was worried you'd come in here and try and defend them a little bit, so
not today.
I'm proud of
Not
you for
today.
doing that. But let me ask you this question. Why are professional golfers still keeping their own scores? We have a bunch of professionals on the golf course who do that. We have the media who does that, the fans, robots. I don't know. There are tons of different ways for us to keep track of their scores. Why are they still doing it? Why is this always a controversy every few years? Someone didn't sign their scorecard. Ooh, like, you know why this isn't a problem in the other leagues? Because they're too busy playing sports. It drives me insane. I think it's really dumb that this controversy happened in the first place, and that all these, those golf purists that you mentioned just piled on because, oh, well, he signed the card. He knew what was... Give me a break. I think that it's so stupid. I think that golf is completely right to only penalize Tiger. For all those people saying he should withdraw, go get a life, please.
I agree with that. Here's the thing. I don't mind them keeping their own score because they don't even have to hold their own bag at this point. They can write the score down as they go. But here's the thing. For me, the fact that they said, okay, you're good, Tiger, and then go back later and change the decision, that's what kills me, especially when you go back, and now you've looked at a couple pictures. Now, nothing has been, there's no hard evidence of this, but you see some pictures, and it looks like he's maybe dropping the ball about 2 inches back from where he dropped it, or from where he hit it originally. So if that was all created because of that, and they penalize him for no reason, then golf looks even stupider. But, I don't know. For me, it's just... There are some things about golf that are so old-fashioned that are dumb, and maybe part of it is having someone else keep your own score for you, but I don't know. It's a shame, but I think that what prevailed is that you still got a great finish, and that there are still a lot of people tuned in because it's the Masters, and the Masters has an aura around it that you don't necessarily need Tiger. Now, if this was a U.S. Open or a PGA Championship, maybe we don't have the exciting finish. And maybe it's exciting, but maybe not as many people are tuning in because they're so fed up with golf.
Yeah, what drives me crazy is the people who said that he deserved to be disqualified outright by the PGA. Stupid. And here's the thing. Even if he had taken two, big giant steps forward and dropped his ball right next to the hole, I still wouldn't have had that much of a problem if they just penalized him. You know why? He's Tiger Woods. He should be in the sport. This is entertainment after all. We need to entertain people. So the fact that just, there's the snitches hotline, like you said, and that we're obsessing over this little minutia that has no real consequence on the outcome, because I just don't think he was going to, maybe he'd been in contention, I don't think he was going to win. I have a really hard time getting as worked up about it as so many people did. When I woke up that Sunday morning, I hadn't really heard about it the night before, and I was just blasted by the fury of all this over something that's so insignificant to me. I just don't understand it.
I'll say this: if he doesn't hit the pin and it rolls into the water, that's essentially 3 strokes that he loses, which would put him at 8 under, which would have put him at a tie at the end of it. It's kind of a bummer because that would have been fun.